When you're making a comp center build on NBA 2K, you make it an absolute monster athletically. High strength, high vertical, high rebound, high dunking, an absolute athletic freak of nature. Basically the exact opposite of Nikola Jokic. Jokic isn't your typical center. He's a guy that isn't super athletic. He uses his IQ, his playmaking, to outsmart the opponent. He uses his unbelievable touch and craftiness inside to get buckets around the basket. He uses his skill and insane shot-making ability to just bring the ball behind his head, chuck it up into the rafters over a contest, and have it drop through the net, leaving everybody stunned. So if you're looking for a comp sweaty center build on NBA 2K24, this is not the video for you. But if you're looking for a Nikola Jokic build, you've come to the right place. First, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. It's simple. First, you got to make your picks. Whatever sport you prefer, whatever categories you want to choose, select your players and decide, are they going to go more or less than the predictions in those categories? The more picks you get right, the more money you make. And to make things even more crazy, PrizePicks is now offering Demons and Goblins picks, which gives you the opportunity to win up to 100 times your cash. PrizePicks is available in over 30 states, and if you use my link in the description to sign up for PrizePicks today, they will match your first deposit up to $100. Age restrictions apply. Please play responsibly. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring this video. All right, let's get right into it. Nikola Jokic, right hand, number 15. Obviously, you can put whatever you want in these categories. It does not matter. Now we're going center. 7 feet tall. I know he's listed at 6'11", but 7 foot gets more attributes, and Jokic plays big. 267 on the weight, 7'1" on the wingspan. Let's go down and do the physicals real quick. Max out the speed at 63 speed. We're going 90 strength. This is going to get you the gold brick wall, and you will set big bodies, and this is perfect for popping and rolling and doing all those things. And especially with the way this build is set up, you're going to see how valuable having that strength is. It also gets you the gold immovable, and you're going to see it helps you play defense a lot because Jokic is not known as a great defender. So we don't have like, you know, a super high perimeter, but you will get good bump animations because you have that strength. We're going 63 on the vertical, and then you're going to max out the stamina at 96. All right, now here's where the build gets really, really fun. Pass accuracy. Most comp centers go 86, or majority really go 92, especially in Pro-Am. And 92 is more than enough, but I wanted to go just OD with it because it's Jokic. So we're going 96 on the pass accuracy. And because I'm veteran 3, I get +3 to my playmaking. So my version of the build has 99 pass accuracy. But 96 pass accuracy gets you the Hall of Fame break starter. Obviously, you know, you get that at the 92, and that's why most like Pro-Am centers use 92 to get the Hall of Fame break starter. And you're going to be throwing break passes on the money. Like, they are on a rope. They get there quick. Your teammates get a good catch 99% of the time. It's a perfect thing for your teammate. They will absolutely love you using this build to throw break passes. But at 96, you get Hall of Fame Dimer. Now, Hall of Fame Dimer, according to the test, is just a small bump up from Gold Dimer, so it's not really necessary, but I just wanted it. It's a Nikola Jokic build. I want to have Hall of Fame Dimer, and whether you're making the reads in the full court, the half court, you are a point center. You are Nikola Jokic. You are going to be helping your teammates out. You know, all the yellow contests, they're going to be able to hit a lot easier. Going to be able to be, you know, making the cross court passes in the half court. Everything that you want, you know, the flashy lobs, you know, the bounce passes, all the backdoor cuts, the quick touch passes, the little behind the back flip around passes, everything you watch Jokic do in real life, you're going to be able to do on this build. So as you can see, the pass accuracy is crazy. You can make all the reads, all the passes, all the lobs, everything that you could want on a Nikola Jokic build, you have it. All right. Now, on a big man build, you do not get bailout. It's specifically for guards, but with the high pass ac, even without the badge, you can still bail out, which is a nice addition to the build, especially when you see all the shooting and stuff we have on this build. Sometimes you're going to want to bail out of those shots. Now, moving on, ball handle. The ball handle is tied to the pass accuracy, but with 61 ball handle, what I noticed is you can do the triple threat like speed boost cheese that Young Dirk came out with. So if you don't know how to do it, definitely check out Young Dirk's video. But as you can see, you're quick off the first step. You're extremely quick, and that is tied to your ball handle rating. So because we went so high on the pass accuracy, the ball handle went up, and we were able to get that. Now, 40 speed with ball, this little side-to-side like crossover cheese is tied to normal dribble style. And normal dribble style gets unlocked at 40 speed with ball. If you don't know how to do those crossovers, check out Swag X Godly's tutorial. He made a video on how to do it with the normal dribble style. Now onto the shooting. 90 mid-range and an 85 three ball. Nikola Jokic is, he's one of the most skilled, if not the most skilled big man in NBA history, and you're going to be able to shoot all those shots you see him hit in real life, where he's cocking the ball back behind his head and just shooting over people. I still have nightmares from what he did to the Lakers last year in the playoffs, and I mean, some of the shots he hits are just insane. Those one-legged step backs, the one-legged fades, all the things that Nikola Jokic goes to, whether they're post shots, catch and shoot shots, shots that he's creating for himself. People are so scared of your shot on a center. They're going to be flying out at you, take a couple dribbles, pull up. The shooting on the build is incredible. Very, very good. You're going to absolutely love it, whether you like to fade, shoot, pick and pops, spin shots. I'm shooting stuff that guards shoot, and I'm on a 7-foot center. The build is incredible in terms of the scoring ability from the perimeter, and we're going to get into the interior scoring on it in just a second. But as you can see, we got on those Jokic releases, and we are, we're bringing that ball back behind our head just like Jokic and shooting it off the moon, whether it's from deep, in the mid-range, you're about to see in the post in a second. But we got everything we could want on a Nikola Jokic build in terms of shooting. You guys know I've spent the last couple months playing, comp Pro-Am on the absolute highest level you possibly could on Pro-Am, and you don't really see centers with super high shooting attributes. So to be able to play on one and mess around and have some fun on it, it was definitely unique, and it was a breath of fresh air in terms of my gameplay experience on NBA 2K24. And I'm not gonna lie, had a lot of fun. Now, free throw, I was going to put it to 71, but I ended up having a few attributes left over, so I bumped it up to 74 because I just, like I said, I had a few attributes left over after I did everything, so 74 free throw. That's the shooting. On to the finishing. We have 85 post control. That's going to get you silver unpluckable and a plethora of gold badges, and then post fade phenom on Hall of Fame. And this build in the post is lethal. That 90 mid-range combined with the 85 post control is a beautiful thing. Contested post fades, the signature 1-foot Jokic shot we were talking about. And then also just working out, in terms of using the footwork, using your strength, using your up and unders, using the post spin, the drop stepper. This build does it all in terms of the post game. So you have the outside scoring, you also have the inside scoring, and then you have the playmaking of Nikola Jokic. In terms of the offensive side of the ball, the build is an absolute monster. I mean, ragdolling people, throwing people out of the way. You can still do those standing meter dunks that all the comp Pro-Am centers do that you guys might have seen in my Twitch streams the last couple months playing comp Pro-Am. People abuse those standing meter dunks in the Pro-Am, and you can do it on this build too. I mean, look at the reverse pivot step through. Absolutely beautiful. Now, like I said, most comp Pro-Am centers go 90, 92, some go 96 standing dunk, but we're looking at Jokic. I mean, I went 81 on the standing. Jokic rarely ever standing dunks. Most of the time you see him, he's just, kind of flipping the ball and doing the, standing layups and using, as least amount of energy as possible. But even with 81, you can get that standing meter dunk, just absolute, contact dunking, ragdolling people in the paint, even with 81. And I think 81 is a nice sweet spot for this build in terms of having good performance, but still being true to, the Jokic type of play style. And we will get close shot on this build in just a second, you will see. So it's gonna, it's not like you're just relying on the standing dunks. We did decide to put close shot, even though most people do not go with close shot on this game, just because simply it's really not that good. But I'm gonna show you a couple ways you can utilize it. 65 standing dunk unlocks athletic hangs off one, which is really good. And then 45 layup. I would have loved to go on higher because obviously Jokic is very skilled in the layup department, and it would have been cool to get the Sabonis layup package, but had to sacrifice somewhere. And even with 45 layup, you can still green them no problem, especially, if you're able to create space and get an open layup. So you can definitely still do layups if that's something that you want to do. 83 close shot. Now, that's gold post hook specialist, and you certainly can post hook, but to me it just gets boring doing post hooks. But I wanted to have some close shot just to keep it true to Jokic, and these little kind of bump your body into the guy and just flip it up into the hoop. What Jokic does in real life quite often, you know, instead of, you know, rising up and dunking on people. You can certainly do with the 83 close shot. You know, you see we're making these like 40% contested close shot standing layups. And then in the post, obviously it helps you if you're going to do the up and unders and any type of standing layup that you're going to do. On to the defense. 61 interior. Jokic isn't known as a super great defender or anything like that, but he certainly is respectable. And 61 interior, as you can see, with the gold immovable enforcer at 7 feet tall, you can get stops in the paint. It's also the requirement for bronze anchor, which we're going to have on this build once we get down to that block department. But 61 interior, it's not great, but it's decent enough. 35 perimeter, as I said. Jokic isn't known as a super great defender, and he's not, you know, the super quick perimeter defender, you know, that, you know, we're not making a pure lockdown here. We're making Jokic. So it's not great, but with the 90 strength, as I said, you can get stonewall animations. If you know how to play defense, you can still move your feet and you have a chance. That's not what this build was made to do, so that is one of the areas of weakness. But 60 steal, Jokic is known for getting his hands in the lanes. You know, he's a high IQ player, and with the 60 steal at 7 feet tall, if they're going to try to test you, you can certainly play lanes and steal the ball. 77 block is the requirement for bronze anchor, so that's what we went with. And even with bronze anchor, you can get the snatch blocks. I know you guys love snatch blocks, and you can protect the hoop. You get chase down artists. You, at 7 feet tall, if you time your jumps, you will get snatch blocks. You will block shots. You will protect the paint. It's not, you know, a prime Dwight Howard build or anything like that. It's a Nikola Jokic build. You're a big center, position yourself correctly, and you will protect the paint. Last but not least, the rebounding. I went 92 offensive rebound, 77 defensive rebound. You could obviously switch that around all you want, but I get gold rebound chaser on the build as well. This is my Nikola Jokic build. As you can see, we get the first comparison to Nikola Jokic. Now, as I mentioned, I'm veteran 3, so I do get +3 finishing and +3 playmaking. So I'll put my attributes to my build on the screen right there with the +3 additions. But like I said, it's a Nikola Jokic build. It's not a comp build. If you're looking for a comp build for all positions, click that video on the screen right there. That's the top 10 builds on the game. I guarantee it'll have a build for the position that you're looking for. Go check it out.